Hey, my name is Ian Garcia, 4th and 5th grade director, and this is how you operate the soundboard for the warehouse. First step is we're going to go ahead and turn on the Mac. So when you turn on the Mac, we have it set up where ProPresenter is going to automatically open, so you will not have to do that. For more information on how to use ProPresenter, check out our ProPresenter tutorial. So step number 2 is we're going to go ahead and power on the soundboard. It does have a power switch in the back corner, but it is left on, and we use this switch down here to turn it on. Okay, next we're going to turn on all of the equipment that we will be using, and that is these faders right here. Everything is labeled. These are labeled for 4th and 5th grade ministry. The first two are our vocals, and in order to get those to work, we have to turn them on. Once they're lit up, it means we're live. We'd also want to turn on any instruments we're going to be using for this day, and they are all labeled accordingly: acoustic guitar, keyboard, bass, anything that we may be using that day. Next step is we're going to turn on our wireless mic. That is right here in this drawer. As you can see, it's got an earpiece that you can put on, and this is run off of pack 1. It's labeled right here, so we'll want to make sure that's on, and we can turn our volume up there. On the wireless mic, you'll make sure you hit this button right here on top. That turns on. You can see you get the green light. If it goes red like that, that means that the batteries are low or dead, and you just open up this box right here and we can switch those out. Batteries are located in the workroom in the ECB. So you'll find the mic in this drawer. We just want to make sure that we put it back in that drawer so we next person to use it knows where they can get it. So the next step, we have sound, we have the Mac running. We got to make sure that we have visual up front for all the students. So we grab this remote right here. It's usually located right back here. And it's very simple. It's got an on button. You just point at the projector, press on, and it takes it a few seconds, but it'll kick on, and you just want to make sure you have a nice screen up there. And that's good. Okay, so the control for the Mac is labeled right here. It's actually labeled Mac. You got to make sure that that's on, and this will control our volume from the computer that's being fed out to the speakers. All right. The red button right down here at the end is the master volume, so you got to make sure that this is turned up, otherwise none of the other ones will work. So if you've got volume turned up on the Mac or anything else and you're not hearing anything, more than likely you just have to turn up your master volume, and that controls everything across the board. Okay, so the other thing we have here is our stage lights. We have one button set up on this board, and it is the blackout button. If we press that, turns all stage lights on. If we hit it again, it turns all stage lights off. So the monitors here on the stage are not left on, otherwise when we power on the soundboard we'll get a loud pop. So you'll have to turn those on afterwards. So if you roll this up, there's a switch right here. You can see it says on. Just need to flick that on. And you do that on both monitors. We will want to make sure that we turn those off at the end so that the next person who turns on the soundboard won't get that pop. So now to power everything off, we will start at the front with the monitors, and we switch those off. Then we'll come back here. The next step I do is power off the soundboard, and that's the same way we powered it on. We're going to use this switch right down here. That shuts everything down on the board. And then we're going to make sure that on the Mac we quit all applications that are running, which is usually ProPresenter. And then we can shut down the Mac. And then we just want to make sure that we shut down all lights before we go. They're already off. To shut down the projector, you're going to do it kind of the same way you turned it on. You're going to aim it up at the projector and you'll hit the standby button once. And it's going to ask you if you want to power off, and then you'll hit it a second time and it shuts it down. And that's our tutorial for operating the sound system in the warehouse.